What up, Broncos country? Welcome back to the channel. I think I might be sick. Here to recap the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders as the Broncos fall 32-23. This team some weeks, man, it's hard to watch. Just especially losing the Raiders. This sucks, but go ahead, talk your shit, Raiders fans. You guys didn't do it in my preview video, but go ahead and do it now. You guys can finally celebrate something. You got a victory. So, congrats, I'm not going to be salty. Go ahead, comment whatever. I'll be here. Anyway, let's talk about what went wrong for the Broncos. So, a couple things. In the pregame, I said there was 3 keys to the Broncos winning this game. Before, in the preseason preview, I said that we would lose this game. But I didn't think we'd lose to Seattle, so I was like, 0-3 Raiders. Josh McDaniels, let's go in, make them 0-4, and overwrite my prediction. No, did not happen. I said that first key, the offense has to find rhythm. I do not think it was that much better than last week. I mean, I can already see people, Packett, but they scored 20 points. Oh my God. No, it doesn't matter if they scored 21 points, okay? They got 23 points, and the fact of the matter is that penalties still. Bad play calling by Hackett. That's another thing. And Melvin fucking Gordon. All right. Earlier today, I was pissed. I wanted his head. I wanted him off the team. But cooling off. Talk about now. I still want him off the team. But, I mean, I do feel for him a little bit because watching his post-game press conference, they asked him, how does it feel that happened, even though he's been working on it, ball security, and he just walked off the podium. I mean, the dude's a human too. He has feelings, and it sucks. He wants to win. You don't want to put your team in that situation because that was crucial in the game. It was kind of a turning point, I felt. I felt the Broncos just really never recovered after that. The Raiders just kind of took over the game after they got that scoop and score. But, I think Melvin Gordon's days as a Bronco are numbered, to be honest. I mean, last year, a lot of people wanted him gone too because he was doing the same thing. But it's like, this is year 2, and you fumbled in every single freaking game. Okay? There's a point where we just don't feel bad for you anymore. And we need to cut our ties and just move on. I think that's part of the problem on offense. Another thing is the offensive line's garbage. It's terrible. If they're really serious about Russell Wilson being on this team, upgrade the damn offensive line. The offensive line sucks. All right. When they actually pass protect for him and he has time to throw, he does things where he finds KJ Hamler like he did for the 55 yards, who was the leading receiver. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, receiving-wise, Russell Wilson kind of spread the ball around. Nobody had 100 yards receiving or anything close to that. Like I said, KJ Hamler with the 1 catch. 55 yards is closest. But Jerry Jeudy had 4 catches, 53 yards. Courtland Sutton had 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy had a touchdown as well. But there's just a lot wrong with that offense. And they're a month in. They didn't play preseason together, but let's see, preseason lasts about a month. Your preseason's over, okay? Real shit. I mean, it's been the real shit, but I kind of gave them a pass these 4 games. I'm not going to lie, because new team, new coach, new personnel, all that, new quarterback, got to get the chemistry, and you didn't play a single snap in preseason. If this does not get fixed this Thursday against the Colts, I am worried about this team for the rest of the season. Because it's ugly. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sugarcoating shit anymore. Let's get into single. I'm just going to single out players here. I think the players that had, we'll call them winners. Players that were winners today. Montrell Washington. He was returning the ball pretty well. You know, he had 3 punt returns, set up the offense very well, and he averaged 22 yards on every punt return. You know, the offense, they were getting set up well, but just the play calling was shit. Penalties, all that. Just, it's a recipe for disaster, and it showed. Another guy who I thought played well today was Russell Wilson. He was 17 for 25, 237 passing yards with 2 touchdowns, and he had a rushing touchdown. So I thought he did his job. I mean, that's one of the best Russell Wilson games that we've had. And I feel like he plays better on the road, but the Broncos are 0-2 on the road this season. Doesn't really make sense, but another guy who I thought played well, Cortland Sutton. He's been pretty good this season. He's been reliable. Surprisingly enough, this was his first touchdown catch this year. So that happened. Jerry Jeudy had his second touchdown catch of the season. I thought he was another winner in this game. 53 yards on 4 catches. KJ Hamler, another guy. Even though he only had 1 catch, it was a big catch. And honestly, I thought the game was basically over at that point. But when they were able to get that and they scored, that's when Russell Wilson ran it in. Just quarterback draw. Took it across the goal line, making it 25-23. But yeah, that's the defense kind of sold there at the end. But other than that, I mean, it was a good game until the very end and just fell apart for the Broncos, you know. Nothing other you can say about it. I mean, it was a good game. Like I said, congrats to the Raiders. They needed to get this win. They lose this game, they go 0-4, their season's over. So, but sucks, you know. Wanted to bury them in the basement, but guess that wasn't in the cards. Losers today, Melvin Gordon, you number 1, buddy. I can't defend him anymore. I defended him last year. When they brought him back, I was like, okay, this is going to be his prove year. He ain't proven shit. He's fumbled every single game. I mean, he was probably the Raiders' best player in this game. I feel like he's the best player for every team we play against. It's just every single freaking week. I'm done with him. I'm sorry. I wish him the best, but his days are numbered as a Bronco. They need to move on. Nathaniel Hackett, he's another loser in this game. Buddy, you need to please improve on the play calling. Please. If not, I know this is very early, and yes, we are the best at running coaches out, but I don't know. There's someone named Sean Payton sitting pretty that Russell Wilson wanted to play for. And, you know, I want Hackett to be the coach, but it's just play calling and time management, all that. It's scary. It's scary that we're a month in, and it hasn't really improved. It's been steadily worse, feels like. Evan Arrow, the defensive coordinator, I don't think he had the defense ready to play today. He gave up 32 points. And last week, freaking Bradley Chubb's like, we're the best defense in the league. Yeah, you definitely were the best defense in the league in this game. So you got to show up or shut up. and you got shut up today. Another loser. The offensive line, like I said, terrible. Could not block anybody. The running game couldn't get going. And did you see freaking Garrett Holds getting penalties? And another thing, when the dude scooped up Melvin Gordon's fumble, ran back for a touchdown, you see the dude dive. It was like a Madden hit stick. You know, he dove in air. He was tackling the air. And then the Broncos defense, you guys are losers today. You guys sucked. Josh Jacobs owns you. I don't care. Whatever they do against Josh Jacobs, every single time we play the freaking Raiders, he always has a big game. He's a good player. I mean, but come on. He averages like 100 freaking yards against you. So there was no push, no pressure, no nothing. They weren't throwing the Raiders off of anything. It was just bad. And the thing that makes it hurt the worst is we were the only team in the AFC West to lose today. Complete opposite of last week, where the Broncos were the only team to win in the AFC West. Today, they're the only team to lose. Funny how that works. The NFL gods. Oh man, they just want to screw you over, and it sucks. It sucks that they picked us this week. But that's all I gotta say for the players individually. But yeah, just the offense stunk today. And unfortunately, Javonte Williams, he got injured. I don't know to the extent. I mean, nobody knows. He's gonna have an MRI tomorrow. If he's done for the year, because a lot of people are not optimistic that it's going to be good news, we're done for. Melvin Gordon, I'm sorry, but I would not even play him for the rest of the year. And Mike Boone, he looked lost out there too. I mean, they basically benched Melvin Gordon in this game, but Mike Boone wasn't doing crap either. They have one running back. Javonte Williams. If they don't have him, the running game, I hope Russell Wilson's ready to run, because it's going to get ugly. A guy who I'd love to bring back is freaking Phillip Lindsay. Should have never cut him. He's not a power back, but he's speedy. You know, that's why I liked him. He was shifty, and he's never fumbled in 703 career carries. So, and also, what's his face? Oh, Randy Gregory, he got hurt as well. Although he did say he's good. So we'll see what happens on that, because we have a quick turnaround. We play Thursday against the Colts in Denver. So just looking at notes here. Basically touch base on everything. God, it sucks. It sucks to lose to Josh McDaniels. Especially giving the Raiders their first win. That made it even worse. But they gotta quickly get over it and respond. Got a game coming up in a couple days. Fortunately, could not get that fourth quarter magic like they had against the 49ers. But we're 2-2. The season's not over. All right. It's right in front of us. Definitely want to win Thursday. It would suck to go 2-3, because you want to stay over 500, especially in the AFC West, because we're tied for second. And yeah, but hopefully they can build off of the positives from this one and move on. But before we end the video here, let's just go over the stats for both teams. Starting out with the Broncos. Russell Wilson, 1725, 237 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Russell Wilson had the most rushing yards. That's not good. Like I said, he better be prepared to run a lot if Javonte's out. He had 4 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. Javonte had 10 carries, 28 yards and a touchdown. Mike Boone had 3 carries, 20 yards. Melvin Gordon, you suck. You had 3 yards, 8. Or no, you had 3 carries, 8 yards, my bad. KJ Hamler, I went over the receivers earlier. I'm not going to go into all of them. Kendall Hinton, 2 catches, 39 yards. Sauber, 1 catch, 25. Mike Boone, 1 catch, 9 yards. Montreal Washington, 1 catch, 4 yards. Russell Wilson had a catch. What? For a yard? And then Javonte had a catch for negative yards. Okay, did we get any sacks? Yes, we did. Kawan Williams, I remember that sack. He got a sack. DJ Jones, wasn't sure if he was going to play because of the concussion. He got a sack. That's it. Not very good. Defense just was not creating pressure, and Derek Carr was eating them. That's all I'm going to go. I don't really care about the special team. Derek Carr was 21 for 31. He had 188 yards. I mean, he was a little more efficient than Russell Wilson is what it felt like in this game. You know, Russell Wilson had better stats, but Derek Carr did what he needed to do to get the win. That's the main point. Josh Jacobs, like I said, 28 carries, 144 yards, killing us. 2 touchdowns. Carr had 7 carries for 40 yards. He scrambled a little bit in this game. Zamir White, 2 carries, 24 yards. Avante Adams had a carry for 4. Avante Adams also had 9 receptions for 101 yards. Pass return was on him about 72% of the time. He had 8 targets. He only caught 4 for 46 yards. I'd say pass return did what he needed to do. But, you know, like I said, 3 keys in the last game in the preview video. We need the offense to find their identity. They found identity. They suck. I said the pass Surtain versus Devontae Adams is going to be big. I think Surtain won that battle, honestly. And then turnover battle. I said we need to win the turnover battle. Well, no. When you have Melvin Gordon on your team, it's like almost impossible to win a turnover battle in a game. Matt Collins, 3 carries, 33 yards. Let's see, Josh Jacobs, 5. No, this is receiving. 3 catches, 33 yards. Josh Jacobs, 5 catches, 31 yards. Darren Waller, 3 catches, 24 yards. Brandon Bolin, 1 catch, minus yard. See, Max Crosby had 2 sacks. Nate Hobbs, he had a sack. That's about it. I mean, Max Crosby, probably the best player on the defense. He came to play. I don't even think the Raiders defense was that good. I think the Broncos offense just sucked. And it's kind of funny because they're like one of the worst red zone teams defensive-wise in the league, and the Broncos are one of the worst red zone teams on offense. And, yeah. So. But when it came down to it, they scored that red zone touchdown. I was feeling good at the beginning of the game when it was 7-3, but really, just when it was 10-10 and that fumble happened, just Raiders had all the momentum, it felt like, the rest of the game, and the Broncos were playing catch-up, and when they weren't catching up, they were fucking up. So, that's it. That's all I got. I don't know what else you want me to say. Congrats to the Raiders. You got your first win. Broncos, on the other hand, you better pick this shit up because this is getting hard to watch. Other than that, gotta forget about it, move on, get ready for Thursday. Other than that, stay safe, be good. Go Broncos. This is tough.